Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. This afternoon from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush, it's the defending 3A champion Holy Family Tigers against the Brush Bead Diggers, just underway. 1-1 strike after a first pitch strike from left-hander Ken Garcia to the right-handed hitting catcher Rob McCandlish for Holy Family. The 1-1 strike pitch. Fastball is lined on one hop and off the second baseman into shallow right center field. That was hit like a bullet. McCandlish rounds first as Gregory Mayers tried to one-hand it. We'll call that a base hit. I mean, that was hit so hard. Now, that was a tough play for the Beat Diggers' second baseman. Here is the left-handed hitting Ryan Silva, the opposing pitcher. McCandlish throw back to first, back in diving. We'll set up the offense here, the lineup for Holy Family. Rob McCandlish just led off with a base hit. He's the catcher. Ryan Silva, the pitcher, with an open stance. Lefty against lefty. The fastball is upstairs. 1 no strikes. Batting third is the second baseman, Jared De Herrera. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Garrett West. Joe Walls, the third baseman, hits fifth. Tom Urban, right, hits sixth. Kyle Munoz, the left fielder, hits seventh. The offering, and down and in on the changeup, 2-0. Devlin Granberg, the shortstop, will hit eighth. And Jay Elliott, the center fielder, hits ninth. We'll set up the Beat Digger defense momentarily. 2 no strikes. The left-hander Garcia looks over McCandlish with the lead and the pitch, and that is upstairs, 3-0. The Beat Diggers defensively have got Mitch Tormolin at first. Gregory Maris at second. The third baseman is Shea Hansen. In between him at short is Colby Wailert. Around the outfield, Christian Valles in left, Dylan Acosta in center, Daniel Soto in right. Behind the plate is Trevor Blake, and that pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 as Garcia took something off it. The Beat Diggers 1-2 going into this game. Holy Family is coming off a loss to Eaton 3-1 at Coors Field last Saturday, and Eaton's always a very good measuring stick. 3-1 offering, runner going, fastball high, and it's a 5-pitch walk to Ryan Silva. That'll bring up Jared De Herrera with runners at first and second. The right-handed hitting second baseman will step in for Holy Family. When these two teams met in May in the opening game of that regional tournament in Broomfield, Holy Family won at 12-7. They went on to win the title. The pitch, and that fastball rides on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Opening pitch today was brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. Outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2 to Jared De Herrera with Joe Walls on deck. Check that, Garrett West is on deck. Walls is the 5th hitter in this lineup. Runners take their leads. Garcia looks in, gets the sign from Blake. And the 0-2, and that rides outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the third place hitter for the Tigers. The Beat Diggers will not be back in action until a week from today, right here against Yuma. The 1-2 offering, runners going, and the curveball's in the dirt. An easy double steal there for McCandlish and Silva. Two balls and 2 strikes, though. It was obviously the perfect pitch to go on as that ball just floated in there. 2-2 to De Herrera. The offering. Called strike 3 on the outer half of the fastball, belt high, and there's 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Excellent pitch from Ken Garcia. And here is Garrett West, the left-handed hitting first baseman. And De Herrera surprisingly never took the bat off his shoulder. And the offering to West. Fastball rides upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title, 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. The stretch. 1-0. Swung on and lifted foul off to the left side and well out of play. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Beat Diggers only have 2 more games this month after today. We mentioned the Yuma game next Thursday, and then at Adams City a week from Saturday. They'll be off until the 9th because of spring break. Then they'll have a heavy April schedule. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss just above the belt. 1-2 to Garrett West. Garcia only a sophomore, but he showed glimpses of being very effective last year in some relief work as a freshman. 1-2. Blake lays down the sign. The wind begins to whip up a little bit. And the offering. Swing and a miss. He got him on the outer half, just above the knees, and that's 2 consecutive strikeouts for Garcia. 2 down. Runners remain at second and third for the right-handed hitting third baseman Joe Walls. Well off that plate with a slightly open stance. Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and lifted into deep right center field. That one's going to get all the way to the fence. 2 runs will score, and it's still rolling out there. Around first into second is Joe Walls with a 2-out, 2-run double, and Holy Family leads by a score of 2-0. That ball actually died out there in the grass as Daniel Soto chased it down, but Holy Family comes out with a big 2-out hit.
Now batting number 1, right fielder, Tom Erb.
That'll bring up Tom Erb, the right-handed hitting right fielder. On baseball, they say 2-out hits are golden, and Walls just had one right there. The pitch. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, Garcia just got a little bit too much of the plate there, and Walls went the other way. The stretch, and the 1-0, and the curveball drops in for a ball. 2-0, scooped up by Blake. Two balls and no strikes to the 6th place hitter in the Holy Family lineup. The pitch. Fastball is outside. 3-0. Obviously have a base open with Kyle Munoz on deck. 3-0 to Tom Erb. The pitch squaring to bunt, and he takes it for a strike. Took something off of that one. It's 3-1. Now Garcia can obviously throw that fastball, and he's got a couple of decent off-speed pitches as well. 3-1 to Erb. The offering. Swing and a miss. A half swing on the outer half. And Erb went around. It's 3-2. Off of second is Walls. 3-2 to Tom Erb. And the offering. Swung on and tapped foul up the first base side towards the Holy Family dugout. Count remains at 3-2. The Bee Diggers really have their full squad now. They played 3 games, but with Mitch Tormolen, Ken Garcia, and Colby Waylert, as well as Gregory Mayers, 4 starters playing on that team that went to the state quarterfinals in basketball. Obviously, it was a challenge last weekend at the Fort Morgan Spring Classic. 3-2 to Tom Erb. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Walls off from second. He delivered that 2-run double with 2 outs here in the top of the first. The stretch. And the step off by Garcia. Three and 2. Looking back, the pitch. Swung on and lined up the middle for a base hit. It was nearly caught by Garcia. Rounding third is Walls, and the throw coming towards the plate. It's caught up by Tormolen. Throw to second. Waylert applies the tag, and out is Erb, but the run does score. It's an RBI single. Holy Family with 3 runs in the inning on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left. We played half an inning. Holy Family 3. The Bee Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bee Digger starting lineup brought to you by T.O. Charlie. See T.O. Charlie's for a great used car or truck. If you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. The Bee Diggers will lead off with Trevor Blake, the catcher. Batting second is the second baseman, Gregory Mayers. Left fielder, Christian Valles, hits third. The cleanup hitter's the third baseman, Shea Hansen. Batting fifth is the right fielder, Daniel Soto. Sixth is Colby Waylert, the shortstop. The pitcher, Ken Garcia, hits seventh. Mitch Tormolen, the first baseman, hits eighth. And center fielder, Dylan Acosta, will bat ninth against left-hander Ryan Silva. Garrett West at first. Second baseman is Jared De Herrera. Joe Walls at third. The shortstop is Devlin Granberg. The pitch, that fastball is a strike just at the knees. It's 0-1. Around the outfield, Kyle Munoz in left, Jay Elliott in center. The right fielder is Tom Erb. The offering, fastball is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Behind the plate is Rob McCandlish, as Ryan Silva gets ready to deliver the 1-1 pitch, working already pretty quickly here in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss, tied him up with a fastball. It's 1-2. Holy Family scored 3 runs in the top half of the first on a 2-run double from Joe Walls and an RBI single from Tom Erb, who was eliminated trying to take second. Curveball, swing and a miss. Boy, Silva turned that over beautifully, and there's 1 down. He had Blake well out in front. That'll bring up Gregory Mayers, along with several other beat diggers like Waylert, Garcia, and Tormolen. He'll be getting his first at-bat of the season, hitting from the right side. And a tough customer in Ryan Silva. Fastball inside corner for a strike. Just above the belt, it's 0-1. Yeah, Silva doesn't waste any time. The offering, the curveball is upstairs, and the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is an infielder's dream, a guy who works quickly. McCandlish lays down the sign, and the 1-1, low and away with a heater. Ball 2, strike 1. 1305 Edison Street in Brush is CNC Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts store. The 2 ball, 1 strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Mayers was overpowered by that fastball, and the count is at 2-2. Both teams wearing their gray pants. Holy Family's got their pinstripe pants. Curveball is taken just a little bit low. Good eye there by Mayers. 3-2. That's the same pitch that Silva struck out Blake with. Here's the 3-2 offering. Fastball is down and in, and Mayers walks. Well, that's a very good plate appearance for Mayers for his first one of the season, considering how tough Silva looks so far. Here's the right-handed hitting left fielder Christian Valles, very effective the last 2 years for this beat digger lineup. But now he's got to carry a heavier load only because they've graduated some key players. And we've got a balk as Silva did not come to a full stop. So the balk sends Mayers to second. And the umpire explaining that to McCandlish right now. Got to come to that stop and then deliver towards the plate. Mark Cowell, the head coach of Holy Family. Mark Muniz, the head coach of the Beat Diggers. In his 11th season coaching the Beat Diggers, and they've always been a good, solid, competitive team. Their best finish was 3 years ago when they were a state semifinalist. Valles awaiting the first pitch to him. Mayers leads off of second. And the offering. The curveball drops in for a strike just above the knees. It's 0-1. And that's one of those, not 12-6 quite, but it's a nice drop. Mayers takes the lead at second. 0-1. Swung on and grounded left side to the shortstop. The throw to third, the slide, and Mayers is going to be safe. That's going to be a fielder's choice as the ball was delivered from Granberg over to Walls, and he applied the tag, but that play should have been to first. So it'll be a fielder's choice. Runners at first and third for the Beat Diggers for Shea Hansen. So no base hit there for Valles. Hansen, the cleanup hitter, was really hitting the ball well late last season. Remember that 3-run homer he drilled in Lyons when he had 4 hits on the day. Runners take their leads. And the offering. Swung on and lifted into deep center field, going way back towards the track, and it's off the bottom of the fence. Scoring easily is Mayers. Rounding third is Christian Valles. He's being sent home, and a throw will not be made towards the plate. It's a 2-run double for Shea Hansen, and the Beat Diggers are to within 1. It's 3-2 here in the bottom of the first inning. Hansen just drilled that baseball well over the head of Jay Elliott. And here is Daniel Soto. Beat Diggers right back in it after that bomb delivered by Hansen nearly left the park. Another right-handed hitter for Brush. Hitting with a closed stance, which means that front foot is closer to the plate than the back foot. And the offering. Fastball is low. 1 ball and no strikes. And what Hansen did there, he just took that low pitch and kind of golfed it out there. That was not your prototypical level swing. And he is strong. And he really put some meat into that one. 1-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball that was tailing down and away. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, these players have come to hit this afternoon. And the 1-1 pitch swung on in line into right field, coming on and diving and off the glove of the right fielder. And going to third is going to be Shea Hansen. Boy, a diving attempt out there by Tom Erb, and it went off his glove. Runners at first and third. I tell you, I'm going to actually call that an error. That ball was right there in his glove. It was hit very hard, but that could be debated by others, but I'll call that an E9. That should have been caught. Because it wasn't an all-out dive. That ball right there in the glove and should have been a catch. It'll be a visit to the hill with runners at first and third, and Colby Waiter to the plate. The Beat Diggers down 3-2 here in the bottom of the first inning. We've had some big hits already. A 2-run double over by Holy Family third baseman Joe Walls, and a 2-run double by Brush third baseman Shea Hansen. But the difference is an RBI single by Tom Erb of Holy Family, who just nearly made that play. Waylard getting his first at bat of the season as well. Excellent job of Soto going the other way, making solid contact as the temperature begins to drop and the wind begins to pick up. That's nothing new in the month of March. See Mike Boehm at the Farmers Insurance Group at 216 Edison Street in Brush. And let's see, do we have a change in the lineup or something? The umpires are converging in foul territory on the third base side. Not sure what that's about. With Hansen at third, Soto at first. And actually, Hansen was retreating towards second when the ball was dropped. He could only take one base. And I have no clue what's happening along the third base side. Yeah, I think they're checking the bat to make sure it's legal, I guess. Unless there was a substance on the bat. But, yeah, they are questioning the bat that was apparently just used there by Daniel Soto. Issue is a bat that was used by Daniel Soto. Apparently, composite bats are illegal. But from what I'm being told, only the handle is composite, not the remainder of the bat, not the barrel, and that's what really affects the flight of the baseball. So there was an original call made by the field umpire that Daniel Soto was out after he reached, but they sent Shea Hansen back to first, which doesn't make any sense because he was at second prior to the Soto at bat. And now they're going to say there's 2 down. 2 down, but why is Shea Hansen at first? He should be at second base. They can't send him to first base. It doesn't make any sense. He got a double. He should be at second base. Now he's even motioning. He's been standing at first base for like the last 6 minutes. He was at second base prior. Now they're sending him to second. Boy, this is just an issue that could have been solved a lot quicker than this, but we haven't seen anything like this in all the years we've been doing baseball, so I guess they wanted to get it right, and there were multiple discussions, not just one. So Colby Waiter will step in. So we're 30 minutes into the game, and we've only played about 15 minutes of baseball. And Shea Hansen will lead off at second. Colby Waiter steps in. The Beat Diggers trail Holy Family 3-2. Let's hope everything's legal from here on out. Well, that was a mess. The stretch. Pitch to Waylert. And the curveball is lifted into deep right field. Tom Erb is way back to his left, and he ranges under it, makes the catch. He got a great jump on that one, and Erb puts it away. So after that, we had just one pitch thrown in the remainder of the Bottom of the first inning, and the inning is over.